Hey everyone, this is Stephen Strawn at Cast Iron Cookware, where you can find information to help you better collect, restore, and use cast iron cookware. Today I'm going to show you the three main griddles that I use for cooking just about everything, and I'm going to do that coming right up. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's purchased my product, Easy Beezy Cast Iron Seasoning. The purchase of this product helps keep this channel going, and I just want to say thank you so very much. So let's get on to the video. I've done a recent video where I've done some egg cheese crepes, and somebody said, "You didn't show me the cast iron." And I thought, yeah, I didn't really show that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the three main griddles that I use for cooking just about everything. Now, I'm a Birmingham stove and range guy, but these happen to be Lodge. They're my go-to griddles. The reason why I like griddles is because, number one, they don't have a big rim, so you can get the spatula in there or the crepe turner or whatever it is you're trying to use. Now, you don't have a lot of edge to keep your bacon grease, whatever it is, from getting too full. And you can't deep fry anything in a griddle, but you can cook a lot of things. I usually cook eggs, steaks, crepes, just about everything I need to get in there with a spatula. I use my griddles. Now there's three different sizes that I use a lot. I have a number 8, a number 9, and a number 10, depending on what I'm using it for. And no, I don't have a specific one just for eggs. If I'm just going to cook a couple of eggs for myself, I'm going to use the small one. And if I'm only going to be cooking a steak for myself, I will use the small one. Now, if I'm cooking a couple of steaks, I may use the number 9 or even the 10, depending on how big the steaks are. And if I'm doing crepes, I may use a small one if I want smaller crepes. And then if I want a large crepe where I'm going to cut it up, I'll use the big one. So it just kind of varies. The heat ring is not inset and it's not really on the edge. It's kind of a scalloped. I don't know if that's really what you'd call it. This one right here just has a little number 8 right here, or a number 8. This one has a number 8, and then it has a smaller number 8 right here, if you can even see it. As far as I know, nothing at the bottom. There is a faint little bit of mill swirls in here, and you kind of can see them if you get the light just right. I don't believe you'll see it on the video, but this is a really nice smooth surface. It may have been made in the 30s, maybe in the 40s, I'm not really sure. But this one is great for making small crepes, or even, like I said, cooking a couple eggs. You can heat them up a little quicker because the heat will cover the whole bottom of the surface. Or if you got a large piece, you want to heat them up slower because all the heat is hitting in one place and it could cause your piece to warp. But this thing sits perfectly flat. Okay, the next one, as far as age-wise, is my number 10. And we see right here, we don't have any of the marks except for the 10 at the top. We have a little H right here at the bottom, which is probably a mold mark. We don't have a blob or anything like that. The handle is pretty much the same as the other one. No big changes. And the profile is pretty much the same as the other. The only thing about this one here, it's not been milled, but it has a very smooth surface. But we have the heat ring that's the same. Really smooth, even though it's not milled. Now I use this if I'm going to make a large crepe, or if I want to cook a couple of big steaks. I'll use this one here to sear a couple of big steaks. Nice piece right here for that particular kind of job. And the third one is a little newer. It has all the features. It's a number 9. And you see there's a little bit of a stain right here. Now, I don't season the outside every time. every now and then I'll rub a little bit on there just to kind of keep it going. The seasoning is not real even on here. But on the top, we have the number 9 size. We also have OG, which is old style griddle. And we also have the made in USA here as well. Then on the bottom we have a little H. Now this one is not milled either. The newer ones are not milled, but it's still got a really smooth surface. This one is probably going to be made in the 60s. I think they introduced the designations like the OG and the DO for Dutch oven, SK for skillet. I think they've done that somewhere around the 50s. I'm not really sure. But I do know the Made in USA came along in the 60s. So I think, you know, this one here is going to be from the 60s. So not totally sure about that. I pretty much have the skillets figured out because you can go by the notches, the logos, the milling, all the other information, but there's not any notches on the griddles. So it's kind of iffy on that when it comes to my understanding of it. So if anybody has any information, please leave it in the comments. That would be great. I normally keep all of these 3 hanging on my wall where I can get to them at a moment's notice. I just wanted to share a little bit about the griddles that I use all the time. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I promise I'll keep more coming. And I just want to say thank you again for watching Cast Iron Cookware. Before you go, I'd like to share something with you really quickly. In Matthew chapter 6, verse 26, it says, "Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye much more better than they?" I just want to say, share the word and be a blessing.